Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. Coming off of that amazing last run. In fact, you know, not to shit-talk my own content, let's just talk about what's going on in this room first. 5 extra bombs would be mighty handy here, but if we reroll right away, I might be able to get 2 rerolls in this item room. So we'll reroll right away. We get an attack fly, and we'll see if we want to reroll that, 'cause it's a pretty good item. It's just not necessarily an item I necessarily want to completely take and ruin the reroll pedestal, if you will. Although, I would prefer the attack fly to the 5 homing bombs. Anyway, you might be saying, Northernlion, you made a horrible mistake here. You played as Isaac on the last run, and normally you alternate character to character to character, etc., etc. I was really hoping that would be a small rock, and the addition of that extra bomb is just a bonus at this point. You're right, but I had so much fun on that last run that I thought, why don't we try to, you know, replicate it here, at least to some extent. In the last run, if you didn't watch, it was silly. We were playing as Isaac, and we got all of the good things, basically. Every good thing I could have wanted, I got. I became Guppy. I became Guppy with bells on, actually, because we got all 5 Guppy items. That is bad trip. Please don't be health down. I might as well walk outside first, just in case. Pretty fly. Hey, that's pretty good, so we got an orbital here. Yeah, and, you know, Polyphemus, I picked up all sorts of items that, you know, I probably didn't deserve given how early we were in the game, but it was a whole lot of fun regardless, and I was very glad to have done it, and I want to do it again. Maybe not, you know, exactly replicating the exact items that I picked up on the last run, because that was silly, but also, you know, crazy enjoyable as well. Yeah, we'll see, basically. Now, the 8-ball is so much worse than the attack fly, I think, so we'll re-roll this. Oh, that's exactly the same situation we ran into last time. I re-roll the 8-ball because I'm like, shot speed upgrade and a tarot card. I don't need that. I'm above that. And then, of course, I re-roll it and it just becomes a shot speed upgrade without the tarot card. And it's just like, well, fuck it. We're going to leave Cat of Nine Tails behind then. And, you know, sucks to your ass, Mar. Maybe it'll show up again. I understand there is a golden chest down there. I'm tempted, but at the same time concerned, and I would rather save the key, at least in our current situation, for the next floor. And hopefully, as a result, we'll be able to go to the... Well, definitely as a result, we'll be able to go to the item room. Hopefully, we'll get as many rerolls as possible. And we got another little Lord of the Flies-ish run going on here. And another key, which means I would have actually preferred to open that golden chest back there. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20. At least most of the time. Otherwise, you might as well, you know, get your eyes checked. Because you got some explaining to do. Let us... Okay, this is good. This is basically exactly what I was hoping for. We're going to be a little bit shy of perfect re-rolling because we're going to waste, like, 1 room here. That's what I was hoping for there as well. Yeah, we're going to waste 1 room here, but that shouldn't matter too much, assuming we're fighting a relatively easy boss. And the easy boss that we are fighting here is Gemini, which is not so bad at all. I am a little bit slower than standard Isaac as a result of picking up the small rock. It's not debilitating yet. Okay, that was a little scary there. It's not debilitating yet. Could actually become a major worry, though. So, this guy's gonna explode. Yeah. Any speed upgrade that we can get, especially if it comes in conjunction with another item like a blood bag or, you know, there's probably many more that I just can't think of right now, would be ideal. We're gonna be fighting Krampus, and as usual, I know it's boring, but I am gonna pick up Lump of Coal. It's a thank you, by the way, to my orbital fly there. Yeah, I know it's not the most exciting item, but I think it would be stupid not to pick it up. My track record since picking up Lump of Coal has almost certainly improved. And despite picking up Lump of Coal, I probably will still re-roll this range upgrade. Because as nice as a range upgrade in conjunction with Lump of Coal is, or at least can be, I am probably more well-served, or I would probably be more well-served with an HP upgrade if I could swing that. Now, what I really like about fighting Krampus early on is that you know it's not going to happen again. We've, you know, basically gone through... This is the hardest time for us to fight Krampus, but if you can do it, then it feels good, right? You get that Lump of Coal early on, and then every deal with the devil for the rest of the game, you can feel confident knowing you have a decent chance of picking up a better item, or a traditionally better item. Well, it's another range upgrade. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we probably will get another reroll on this floor. Whether I use it on that range upgrade or not is something that is up to the outcome. Wow, man, so many keys. I would have loved to have opened that golden chest back there now, but it's based on the outcome of whatever our item room is. And if our item room ends up being a bad, or any passive item, or sorry, any active item at all, then I will probably, yeah, I might as well take it, I guess. We're probably not likely to take too much damage on the rest of the floor, and there might be an arcade that we could abuse this with. Anyway, what I was going to say, ooh, yeah, okay, let's look for the secret room, and additionally maybe get 6, well, definitely get 6 cents. The secret room is just kind of like an added bonus there. I forgot what I was going to say. Basically, if it's a passive item, we're going to re-roll it. So we'll take the range upgrade because it's passive, and we'll re-roll the active because it's basically going to be functionally worthless for us. Otherwise, it's just going to be a re-roll pedestal that we're not going to get any use out of. Whereas, and, you know, the range upgrade is not going to change my run drastically in all likelihood. Of course, I take damage immediately after saying I wouldn't. It's not going to meaningfully change my run in all likelihood, at least not by itself. But it certainly beats taking it or just leaving an active item behind, I guess. All right, so this is a passive item. I think because this is certainly going to be our last reroll. I would rather have 5 extra bombs and have them be poison, and then re-roll the range upgrade. So the poison bombs, it's nice. Mostly I'm picking up extra bombs because I'm thinking that if I can find the secret room... First off, we've already had like 4 tinted rocks, so bombs have been in, you know, in vogue, I guess you could say. And we'll see the secret rooms here. Oh, that's awesome. So not only do we get a bomb back and another spirit heart, in here we find a fortune teller, which is actually not what I wanted. Ooh, but it opened a golden chest that gave us the Hierophant, so we got 2 spirit hearts for a bomb and a key. 2 bombs and a key, technically, which is not great. But we can not waste a key to just come in here. And, well, presumably that's going to be the end of this floor. But at least I didn't waste any more keys than necessary. And, you know what? Why don't we save this Hierophant card? There's a chance we might end up needing it later. And I don't think there's any other money for us to get except the money that is contained behind those rocks, and I don't want to waste a bomb on that. And I think we'll re-roll the range upgrade, and we pick up an HP upgrade, so all's well that ends well. That worked out pretty well, I think. And Catacombs Part 1 with 3 keys. Probably enough money to let us go to the shop if I at least end up coming across a little bit more on this floor. Enough bombs to try to find the secret room, and enough keys to go wherever I want to go. I think, at least. So you might be questioning, why not use the Hierophant card? I mean, you've already got Spirit Hearts. That was really bad. You've already got Spirit Hearts available here. Yeah, but I'm gonna lose them, so I would rather keep this Hierophant card. Who knows, maybe we end up using this way later in the game to get some meaningful permanent Polaroid invincibility against a boss. I did not intentionally lose those Spirit Hearts. It's just something that happened, unfortunately. And we're in basically exactly the same situation that we were in on the last floor here. The reroll is going to be available for the boss fight, which means there's kind of one room of kind of redundantly having it available, or, you know, a room where it's useless. We can always use the Hierophant on this boss if it ends up being a real pain in the dick. But truth be told, I don't think the Fallen's all that bad. We got 5 bombs. I would prefer not to use them until we encounter, like, the split between the Fallens, because then 1 bomb does twice as much damage, and the poison, you know, makes it even more effective after that. So, we got the split, stay together. Alright, that is beautiful. That is going to save us a lot of hassle. Might not earn a Deal with the Devil here, but let's see what we get with our free Deal with the Devil item for beating the Fallen relatively easily. It's the nail. Well, obviously we pick it up and then use it once to give us a Spirit Heart, but then we re-roll it. And we get the Mark, and the Mark is not the best Deal with the Devil item. But for free, and in the interest of keeping, you know, my rerolls preserved for other rooms, I think it's okay to pick it up. Obviously, yes, Mom's Knife, Brimstone are in the pool, but you gotta remember other things that are in the pool that could have shown up. Guppy's Head, which is probably substantially less valuable than that item. Sure, the Pact could have shown up, but even if the Pact showed up, what else could we get? We could get, you know, Rage or something like that. And I probably would have picked up Rage, to be honest with you, but, you know, I would rather pick up the Mark. I think the Mark's totally fine. Absolutely adequate. Although I know people like the Pact better for reasons that are beyond me. Not because I think you're wrong, just because I don't know the... I always consider the Pact and the Mark, like, interchangeable, but I think Biznab has popularized this idea that the Pact is basically, like, the best, you know, cost per value item in the Deal with the Devil room. Which I guess makes sense if you think about it. You give up 2 red hearts, you get 2 spirit hearts. 1 or 2, I guess. You give up 1 or 2 red hearts. And you get 2 spirit hearts. And those, if you're gonna go for permanent Polaroid invincibility, unless you're turning those red hearts into Guppy's, or with Guppy's Paw into spirit hearts at some point, they're functionally the same, I guess. Plus you get the stats bonuses out of them. Anyway, I kind of understand if that's the reasoning, and then maybe there's other reasoning that, again, is just beyond me, but whatever. It turns our tears red, and that is, you know, I live in, like, the Middle Ages kind of lingo, or the Middle Ages mentality. I don't have all this math and science that backs up my opinions. It's like, you know, red tears at night, Isaac's delight. That's my perception of things. Tarot cards, obviously, are going to warrant a reroll. High Priestess is a good card, but it's... I'm struggling with when I'm going to use it. because I think it's better to take the Hierophant with me, and I know that sounds crazy, but I really think it's true. I think the Hierophant could provide us with a meaningfully interesting mechanic if we use it to either save ourselves or we get permanent polar invincibility out of it. It's maybe unlikely, but still. Alright, with this money, I think the Steam sale is an easy pickup. I don't think... Do we know what this pill is? I'll buy the pill. We don't know what this pill is. It's speed down. That's a problem. We real slow now. But we do have the Steam sale. Obviously, my reroll will be dedicated to the tarot card. It's gonna give it, I'm gonna pass up Holy Water, unfortunately. Unfortunately for someone, not unfortunately for me. Is this a secret room? No. I'm gonna take the Hierophant card. I'm gonna have to pick up Holy Water by accident here. Yep. Sorry, so that's gonna ruin one familiar, but I really wanted to take the Hierophant with me instead. And I'm not gonna open that golden chest because it looks like a pain in the ass, and it would cost me 2 bombs and 1 key, and it's very unlikely we would get adequate payout out of that. I will blow up the slot machine, and that paid for itself and gave us a little bit more money, which is great. Really need a speed upgrade at some point. It could happen on the next floor. Doesn't speed upgrade sound like a great name for a superhero? Like, is superpower obviously would just be running really fast. He'd be just like a cheap knockoff of the Flash. Infestation's an interesting one. If it was the Mulligan, I would pick it up, no questions asked. But Infestation requires you to be hit, and in that way, it's not really useful to me as a passive. It's more of just like an unintentionally good thing. It's like, oh, I got hit, at least I get flies out of it. Whereas with the Mulligan, I think, you know, we get much more use out of it. So I don't think Infestation is particularly great, and I will be skipping it, but could be wrong. Maybe the flies from Infestation do like 20 times the damage that the flies from the Mulligan do. That would be a mechanic that I would not be familiar with. So far on this run, well, I mean, it's certainly not as powerful as the last run. I don't think anybody expected that to happen, though. That was an incredible and unlikely occurrence, the last run that we had. Let's see if there's any money in the poop here. Nope. But we might still, I mean, we're still trucking along here. Certainly, lifesteal is not something I necessarily want when I could have the whole world in my hands. We really need the same things you need on basically any Isaac run. Yeah, we'll trade a bomb for a key, even though we only have 1 bomb left. I think the keys are more valuable for golden chests that could give us like stat upgrades or any item, I guess, at this point. We want what anybody wants on an Isaac run. We want damage and HP. And if we get it, then the world's our oyster, or potentially at least. And if we don't get it, then we are the world's oyster, which is to say we are going to be farm fished and then sold to the highest bidder. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't even know how the oyster production industry works. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a huge seafood fan. Really like, you know, to the point where when people are like, I don't really like fish because it has a fishy taste, and I'm like, you take that back, motherfucker. That being said, oysters not really my thing. They're all right. Yeah, in like a noodle soup or something, I can get behind some oysters, but I'm much more of like a shrimp, crab, lobster. Even I prefer mussels to oysters. Quad shot. All right, that's gonna be where we choose to go with this one. And whenever I pick up quad shot, there's always a chorus of people that are like, you know, if you pick up mom's knife after you get quad shot, it's like it halves your damage, or, you know, cuts your damage by 1/3 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, if I don't pick up mom's knife and I passed up quad shot for that reason, then, you know. But first off, if you pick up mom's knife, it doesn't matter, because you're going to be doing enough damage regardless. Otherwise, you messed up somewhere else on your run. But yes, suffice it to say, quad shot is not just a contingency pickup. It's also great in its own right. At least I feel. You know what? With 4 keys, I'm gonna open the shop. This is what I was hoping for. Basically, I was hoping to fight greed so that we can maybe get either a reroll pedestal or, you know, some more money so we can go to the shop on the next floor, or you know, sometimes you get a key for beating greed as well. I think you get like a key in addition to consumable money, which should be fine. I could really use an arcade, those, so I could get some speed upgrades. Alright, so we got money. That's good. 20 money is a lot of money. Ideally, I would like to find the boss room as soon as possible, because as of right now, I have rerolls available that are just kind of hanging out. Library would be another interesting choice. Now an arcade is like, yes, please give me the arcade, because I could easily keep myself alive and go to this boss trap room, probably snag some kind of attribute upgrade as a result, and feel very good about my chances for success. Yet another key, and yes, I could trade my last remaining bomb for a nickel. I don't think it's necessary right now. I think bombs are worth a little bit more than a nickel. I mean, they're actually, technically, they're worth less, because, you know, I could buy a bomb from many shops for 3 cents, but it's unlikely, because of the Steam sale, it's unlikely we're going to need all 20 cents that we have already, much less need 25 cents, as much as we might need a bomb to pick up an extra tinted rock, or, you know, find a secret room for us, or something like that. So that's my feeling on things. Basically, I don't feel like the Steam sale devalues the value of items, just the cost of items, which actually maybe drives up their value a little bit. Anyway, we have a tarot card we can't get to, which is fine for now. The speed is not a major problem on this floor. That will change, though. We got very lucky on the last run to not encounter maybe any of the little masks of infamy, which is, it sounds like a movie, but is actually a nightmare. And not like a Nightmare on Elm Street, which actually is a movie. Nightmare on Elf Street! Has anyone made Nightmare on Elf Street yet? It would be like a Christmas-themed horror movie, like Silent Night, Deadly Night. Sure. Okay, we got nothing out of that room, so I guess it's time for us to pay the piper here and fight our boss. I really should not have taken damage there. It was just me being stupid and not dodging out of the way. But again, you know, we're losing Spirit Hearts. Big fucking whoop right now. Not a big deal at all. Easy boss fight, and a deal with the angel. So that's probably gonna be, yeah, we're gonna pick this up, and then we're gonna put it back down, and then we're gonna re-roll it. And Guardian Angel is a much better pickup. And, you know, the crate is fine. It's not great. We could use some of the stuff that it has. I think Cursed Skull is actually bad. So, this pill might be good. Speed up, that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, I feel pretty good about this now. So I'm gonna take the Hierophant card, and, you know, it's done its duty for us. And we're gonna take this Judgment card with us, because the Judgment card, I guess technically I should have gotten the crate first, because now I could guarantee myself the Judgment on the deal with the angel. But with this Judgment card, we're going to be obviously looking to pop this into a deal with the devil or a deal with the angel, and as a result of that, snagging a free item that normally would cost us a little bit. And obviously, I guess at this point, since we've taken a deal with the angel, it's probably going to be a deal with the angel room. And, yo, that extra 10 cents is actually super nice. But in addition to... okay, we're definitely going to play this Judgment, too. That extra dime will probably pay for this item, which is awesome. But in addition to just having the Judgment so we can get 2 deal with the angel or 3 deal with the devil items, we have our reroll so we can actually effectively double that as well. So I think if we actually find a deal with the angel room again, our odds of getting a Sacred Heart are actually not bad for once. So this Chariot card is really good. It could be a Demon Judgment as well, which we have to keep an eye out for. This Chariot card is potentially really good, and I say that because if we come across like an arcade or something, then I could use this. I'll just use it right here. And yeah, sure, it finished it off right away. That's fine. We basically got a free tarot card, or sorry, a free Spirit Heart. Much different actually. Then we still have 25 cents, and in addition to the money that we have with the Steam sale, we have more than enough money to comfortably buy whatever there is in the shop and still feel pretty good about our chances to get a payout from Judgment. And even if it is Demon Judgment, fuck it, by all means. We've definitely got the health necessary to... I really should not have stood directly below that blue spike. I've got the health necessary to make a Demon Judgment work out in my favor as well. So... just do crowd control as much as is possible here. I'm lucky in that the flies are dying in one hit, and the attack fly is doing some dirty work for me. It actually took care of that bomb fly really easily. And then we just finish off the rest of the room, and life is good. My orbital actually prevented me from taking some damage there. Lucky me. Okay, be cool. That guy should be dead in one more hit, and then each of these guys will be dead in one more hit. Don't even need that. Okay, item room. 7 keys. And a reroll is coming this fall to NBC. Obviously, the teleport is something I'm not too interested in. Rainbow? I'll take Rainbow, baby! Because I apologize, my mic probably just made a terrible sound there. I accidentally kicked the cord. But it's still plugged in, so that's good. Sure, Rainbow Baby is not great in this situation because we accidentally picked up Holy Water, so it basically just becomes kind of a Brother Bobby. It's fine. It's a downgrade. Rainbow Baby is better than Brother Bobby because of the ability to have like the Gish effects and I guess maybe the Demon Baby effects as well, and I guess to a very small extent the Ghost Baby effects. But Brother Bobby's still a decent pickup, you know. It takes an item out of the... maybe it doesn't actually take an item out of the deal with the devil pool because we... I don't think I can get these bombs for free because we actually didn't pick up Brother Bobby, we picked up Rainbow Baby. But anyway, 2 bombs for 1 bomb is an easy trade to make here. And really hoping on a compass from the shop. That's, you know, what I pinned my hopes on last time, and it worked out as well. The compass really is just a huge HP upgrade for the final floors. It's not literally an HP upgrade, but it saves you so much health that it might as well be. Or maybe it's more accurate to think of it as like a huge cache of spirit hearts or something. A cache. I never know if it has the old ex ante goo on the end. So we're just gonna keep this going, I guess. Fistula is an easy fight. At this point, like, Fistula is one of those enemies that I think... I don't necessarily think Fistula warrants even a rebalancing, but it could be made a little bit tankier. Now, obviously, this is the thing you worry about when you don't pick up Cat of Nine Tails, is running into Mask of Infamy. It's not like it makes it substantially easier to fight him with Cat of Nine Tails, but it is a little easier. And, you know, we're lucky in some respects that we have our... you know, Brother Bobby and our attack fly here will allow us to do some extra damage. Probably would be in my best interest to use some poison bombs if I could actually land them, which is debatable, to say the least. But, you know, as long as we play it pretty slow here, I think we're going to be fine. All right, Mask. Oh, every time. Every fucking time. That was just a bad placement on my part. See, there's 3 bombs down the drain. Mostly bad placement, but also Mask of Infamy being a total cocksucker. Alright, we got him to actually go through Holy Water. Holy Water, therefore, having atoned for its earlier mistakes, or just its existence, I suppose. Alright, Attack Fly, thank you very much. We could be here for a little while. Doesn't really matter how much damage our tears do. At least we never have to fight him again after this, except in, you know, individual rooms. He's one of the few enemies that just does not... Thank you, Rainbow Baby, by the way, for working there, now that Holy Water's fired. He's one of the few bosses that doesn't show up as an enemy, I think, elsewhere in the game. Thankfully, because that would be incredibly tedious. But here we go. Still having the greatest fight of all time. Really entertained by the speed of this fight. That's what really gets me. Oh my god. It's the speed and the sheer force of will behind it. Okay. This is exactly what we wanted. There's the relic. I don't want to reroll the relic. It's a Demon Judgment. Because normally Demon Judgment pays out from the Devil Room pool. I have no idea what this means for this situation. What does this pill do? We don't know. Let's take it. God damn it, Demon Judgment! Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll pick up one of the relics, and we'll re-roll the other one into all stats up. And I'm definitely not going to pass up the all stats upgrade. We do have another reroll available. Picking up the relic, obviously, hugely important. That's going to give us enough health to hopefully survive, even if our damage doesn't improve very much. But our damage did improve by picking up the Halo. And we have one more opportunity, I believe, for a deal with the Angel Room. And what do we have left? You know, lots of things. Celtic Cross, Scapular. Sacred Heart is obviously the big one. Holy Grail. And I'll probably only have one reroll because I don't even have like a battery or 9 volts or anything. But there is like maybe a 1 in 4 chance of getting Sacred Heart, which is pretty okay. See what we get out of this. It's a pill which is can't be health down, can be tears down though, so this is very much in contrast to the run that I had earlier on in the day. Now where is the shop? We didn't go to it already. We didn't go this way. Okay, so there's a pretty good Angel Room. I mean, I got an all stats upgrade and the relic for free. Well, not technically for free because I did I suppose lose a health upgrade on the Demon Judgment, but so be it. We got the... Is there not a way to get that money as well as getting the golden chest? I guess there is. I'm just kind of an idiot. At least we got our bomb back. And we got more than enough money to do whatever we need to do here. Coin purse. Okay, well, see the tarot card? The Magician. Might as well use it. It's really bad. Let's see what we got here. Speed down. Health down. Pretty Fly. The Pretty Fly is worth the 7 cents. And, you know, we take the health down pill with us, even though it seems silly. The reason you take it with you, if I end up trading away all of my health or somehow losing a lot of it, in ways that I can't possibly fathom at this point, we can at least use this as a health upgrade. But now that I think about it, I think it's pretty unlikely that this ends up working out in our favor. Whatever, we get another speed upgrade, compensates for a speed downgrade. We're actually a little bit faster than we used to be, I think, as well. And we're on Necropolis again. Say what you want about the item quality that I've been able to get so far. It has been very good. I got caught in the doorway there. But the game has not taken it easy on us with respect to the items that we've, or the floors that we've ended up on. Apart from the first floor, I'm pretty sure we exclusively got the harder variations. Not that I'm complaining, because again, the run's going pretty nicely so far. Sucks that we didn't get Sacred Heart when we had the chance, but we did knock some items out of the pool and pick up some good ones nonetheless. I guess the Miter is also in the Angel Room pool. I'm trying to think. Scapular, Celtic Cross. Oh, there's the Spirit Heart. Scapular, Celtic Cross, the Miter, Sacred Heart, Holy Grail. So there might be 5 items, so we would have like, assuming all percentages are equal, which they're not, we would have like a 20% chance times 2, so like a, you know, 2 in, why is my fractioning not right here? It's not technically a 40% chance, I think. It's just 2 times 20% chance, which is adequate. Better than usual for Sacred Heart, let's put it that way. You don't normally get a chance to wipe out as many Angel Room items out of the pool as I have been doing so far. Not by, you know, any of my own strength. Mr. Mega. We could really use the bombs, but we also, you know, with the reroll pedestal so early in the game, or sorry, so early in the floor, we're getting into the mid-game for sure. With the reroll pedestal so early on the floor, I think it's in our best interest to just move along instead. And we can come back and reroll the shit out of it later if we need to. Monstrous Tooth, one of those items that, for whatever reason, shows up every run and drives me crazy, because the only time I would ever use Monstrous Tooth is if there was absolutely no other option, basically. If I didn't have a spacebar item. That, or I had an awful spacebar item. So like a Blue Baby situation is perfect. If I went into my first item room and I found Monstrous Tooth as Blue Baby, I'd be like, well, it's shitty, but it does improve us. It doesn't improve us as much as a lot of items could. And that's a valid thing to think about in Isaac sometimes, but it could be worse. So as much as I would love to go to the boss room right away, we can't do this, and the reason we can't do this is because we're on, well, we can do it. The reason we shouldn't do it, as I lose the Spirit Heart I just earned, is because we are on Necropolis, so I would be fighting Mom, and we wouldn't have a chance to go back to our item room in our shop. And few things are as important. The item room is good, but few things are as important right now as getting something on that shop, ideally at least. And ideally it would be the compass, but also a Nun's Habit battery 9-fold wouldn't hurt. Miter is fantastic for 2 reasons. Obviously, it gives us more Spirit Hearts, but also, on the off chance we get another deal with the Angel, it takes an item out of the pool and gives us a much better chance of getting Sacred Heart. What else would I even want? I would be fine with Celtic Cross or Scapular, you know, I would be fine with Celtic Cross or Scapular. Holy Grail would be probably my second top choice if those are indeed like all the items in the pool, and my number 1 choice, of course, Sacred Heart. But yeah, the Holy Grail would also be fantastic. Is Fate an item that you can get in the Angel Room? I can never remember. That's also roughly equally valid or valuable to Holy Grail, assuming you don't lose the Eternal Heart, which I would be unlikely for me to lose the Eternal Heart given how many Spirit Hearts I have. Please tell me we run into an arcade on this floor, by the way, because this boss trap room is just begging to be milked here, basically. But yeah, we should definitely not have Spirit Heart woes anymore. No arcade, really. Well, maybe we'll have a chance to buy a I forgot I can't fly. Thank you, Orbital, for saving my life. Cool, another Spirit Heart. And we're fighting Greed again. We fought Greed before. This is weird. I feel kind of ripped off because it's not like we fought Greed and then Super Greed. We actually just fought one of them and got some more money here. That is not very important to me. Okay, so we leave. And no compass makes Jack a dull boy. Well, no, it doesn't. It makes Jack work harder, I guess, and play smarter, hopefully. Got very lucky to find the secret room here, and it's just more money, which is a little disappointing. I thought that we had a pretty good chance of maybe snagging an item in there, then maybe I can reroll it. Maybe it's best to save the reroll for the Mom fight. I mean, you know, we might just get an HP upgrade right off the bat, and that's borderline the best we could hope to get is an HP upgrade. It's the safest good thing. You don't want to reroll an HP upgrade hoping for like the 1 in 20 chance of it being the pentagram or something like that. 1 in 20 might even be a little bit hopeful, to be honest with you. And this fight's going pretty well. Like, our damage is fine. Our main strength is going to be the Spirit Hearts that we generate. There's no question about that. But our damage is okay. It's adequate, at least. And if we just walk backwards, we're good. Okay, so it is an HP upgrade as expected. I almost went down to the next floor without even picking up the HP upgrade or the Polaroid just from some weird dodges. So that would have been horrible. Speaking of weird dodges, you see the new Ram with the Hemi in it? I am not good at making traditional guy talk conversation. But man, the Home Depot, right? It's like I'm being sexist against my own gender here. That's not cool. It's not cool to do it the other way either, but it's not cool to do it this way. Let's just walk into this guy. I like having these orbitals. Do we know what it's another pretty fly? There's no way that could be useful for it. Well, okay, is it better than health down? I don't know. The health down, there is like a theoretical chance that health down could be useful for me, I guess. I can't imagine the situation where it happens, but it could happen, I suppose. Whereas Pretty Fly, the way they would have to happen is like, we would have to get 1 cube of meat on this floor, and then another cube of meat like immediately after it somehow, and then that would, or we'd have to get 3 cubes of meat actually, because that would replace one of our orbital flies with a cube of meat, then a 2nd level cube of meat, and then the 3rd level cube of meat would take it out, and the fly would not be replaced, so we'd have to get another Pretty Fly. Or we'd have 1 of 3 less orbitals, which is not really that big of a deal considering the sheer unlikelihood of that scenario. Maybe even impossible. The only way I know to get cubes of meat, at least reliably, or, you know, in all likelihood, without fighting a Horseman of the Apocalypse is on an XL floor, which we're not on, by the way, and then fight a Horseman of the Apocalypse second, and then you can re-roll the first item to a 2nd cube of meat. Anyway. Pardon me. Got a little frog in my throat. Probably been keeping up the commentary, so I always get a glass of water before videos like this. It's just me being a silly man. There's no reason not to have a glass of water. Just rehydrate a little bit. There's vignettes in Isaac. Gives you a very convenient opportunity to get that done. Let's fire some more shots in here. And sure, you know, we need a bomb. There's no question about it. We need bombs, I should say, but we also need spirit hearts. Our spirit hearts are more valuable. Probably, Mom's heart fight is probably gonna suck a little bit. That depends on whether, or what we get from this boss and what we get from, if there is an angel or devil room after it. I would welcome either of them. We have the HP necessary to take on a devil room, as much as I would love an angel room. I wouldn't complain either way. An angel room would probably be better, though. Maybe be better. What's really frustrating is knowing that if I had just picked up a nun's habit somehow, I could, if we got an angel room, I could borderline guarantee myself a, I'm not even gonna go into that room, by the way. You know what, let's take the magician card with us, fuck the health down pill. If I added a nun's habit, I could borderline guarantee myself, given enough health anyway, a Sacred Heart pickup. And we get nun's habit so often, especially, it seems like we get it more often with the D6, which is probably something that can be backed up mathematically based on the fact that you can reroll shop items and get the nun's habit more frequently. But anyway, yeah, we could just go in there, and if it wasn't the item we wanted, we could just hurt ourselves, and then get another reroll and turn into something that maybe we did want. And eventually, Sacred Heart would presumably show up, but, you know, I don't even need the money at this point. I'll be kicking myself if money equals power shows up, but I doubt that it will. 3 bombs, and we're going to be fighting Blast Assist, which is basically free fight here. It's kind of frustrating. Sometimes I struggle against Blast Assist in its first stage because it does kind of behave like Monstro, and then I sometimes struggle a little bit in that stage that we just went through because it's a little bit like Loki. But once you knock it out of like the Loki stage, which it's in right now, it's real easy, as you can see. And we got to deal with the devil. I'm not gonna go take Pageant Boy yet. And I think I'm gonna pick up the Pact, and that's a good pickup. And I'm gonna re-roll Guppy's head. And we actually picked up Lord of the Pit. Given the amount of hearts that I have, I think this is totally a-okay. So we can now fly, and we do more damage. Fuck Pageant Boy, I'm not even gonna pick it up. Show up later, I dare you, motherfucker. Okay, Utero 2. Good news, Lord of the Pit is also it's a speed upgrade, I think, which is not something I need. More like a no-need upgrade. What am I, giving a bread recipe here or something? Seriously, though, picking up the Pact, real nice. It gave us some extra Spirit Hearts, which probably at this point are nearly functionally the same as Red Hearts. And, you know, so it's basically like a 1-for-1 trade. Then we get the stats on top of it. So I wouldn't necessarily go so far as to say it's objectively good, but I think it's like real good if we have the health situation that we had. But then, yeah, Lord of the Pit also gives us the ability to fly. There's no way, I could have picked up Guppy's head. We're not becoming Guppy on this run. That's just not going to happen. So that would be a pretty foolish pickup in my eyes. We will go to the curse room. Watch me eat my own words like immediately after this and find 2 Guppy items in here. No, okay. So I was almost thankful to see that troll bomb, just to vindicate me a little bit. Everyone wants to see Guppy all the time, and I get it, because it's fun, and it does a ton of damage, and it gives you crazy benefits, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge to become Guppy in the first place. You gotta sacrifice, and oftentimes you sacrifice early, and it doesn't pan out, and that ends up having an adverse effect on your run. So it's a risk-reward thing, but there's no way Guppy's head was gonna work out for us, and by re-rolling it, we got Lord of the Pit, so I'd say it worked out very well. Oh, you came back. Like the cat the very next... I never got that song. Cat came back the very next day, thought he was a goner. Who is this owner that is just, like, throwing his pet away? Like, seriously, you sound like kind of a dick, man. I understand that sometimes pet ownership can be frustration, but you can't just be throwing your pet away. Moreover, being, like, lamenting the fact that it came back. People out there lose their cats, they get real sad about it. They post posters, offer financial rewards, cry about it at home. And you're saying, oh, my cat came back, woe is me. Like, seriously, what an asshole. What's next? Oh, my mom loves me too much. It's like, seriously. These problems are not problems. You're the problem, mister. Anyway, we are going to come up here, and we should have a fortune teller. See, I was right. No, we should have a boss trap room. Or, no, we do have a boss trap room on the left. We should have a boss room. There we go. And I think my dream of getting Sacred Heart is, sadly, gone now. That being said, are you seeing the stupid number of Spirit Hearts that I'm picking up? Like, this is just crazy town. Butterfly, come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar baby. We're getting like a Spirit Heart or more per room between the Relic, the Miter, and just like random drops. I wish I could take that Ace of Spades with me, but I can't. And that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. What are we gonna get here? Let me guess. After we kill these guys and this guy over here, we'll get a Spirit Heart, because that's just the way that this is supposed to go. Oh, no, we got a key instead. Also, pretty useful, actually. We haven't really encountered as many golden chests recently as I thought we would over the course of the run. We didn't have Guppy's tail, obviously, though. I was one room off with the Spirit Heart, and as you can see, like, we're not clearing house here, necessarily. But, our damage is fine. We're adequately making it through this floor, and the Cathedral should be more of a tall order. It should be a little bit more challenging, but I don't expect it to be too rough. And we just gotta get these bombs in here properly, and we should be able to get through this room pretty quickly. I'm not even gonna bother using, like, I don't even know when the Magician card is gonna be good, but I don't think it's now, certainly. Okay, I got very lucky that the bomb went off at the right time. Sucks that I have no bombs available for the Isaac boss fight, but we definitely cleared out this mom fight extremely quickly. And no items, but we'll head up to the Cathedral, and I think we've got a very good chance of success simply by virtue, well, not simply by virtue, but by virtue of the fact that, A, we have a ton of HP. That's probably the most important thing. But we also have a decent amount of damage. Mark, Pact, Small Rock, and, you know, the attack flies and orbitals surrounding me as well. So we have a lot of bombs. They're super greed. Be careful what you wish for, right, asshole? We have a lot of bombs potentially in Fistula here. Because what I'm hoping for is just like get some of those bombs freed up from their Fistular prisons, and then either explode them to simplify the arena a little bit here so my dodging it doesn't become as much of a problem, or use them to take out the ye old greeds, and so far that's working out pretty well. One of them, both of them potentially are almost dead, and I still haven't taken damage, which is nuts because I should have like 5 times. Don't get pushed through the door and then have to fight the whole room over again. That would be disappointing. This is a very good room. I got extremely lucky. Library. Just in time to be, like, super late, but for 1 key, we'll probably pick up at least a Spirit Heart. And you know what? I was gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna use, if they have a Book of Belial, I'm gonna pick it up, but that's stupid. And the reason it's stupid is because I will get so much value out of this D6 on the chest that might end up making a major difference. So yes, Book of Revelations is here. There's a Spirit Heart. Now, is there any way to cheese the shit out of these guys and get this Spirit Heart? Certainly does not. Oh shit! Did you see that? This is the best dodging I've ever done, and functionally it'll probably make no difference over the course of the run, but still, pretty impressive. I'm pleased with myself, as you can probably tell by my incessant, you know, grandstanding here, basically. Still, though, you gotta admit, that was pretty good. You probably didn't expect that. Watch it. It'd be comments like, Cobalt Streak does that all the time. I get that. And I get that. He's a better player than me, by an enormous degree. Now, through here, and we should be totally fine against Monstro. I cannot imagine this going wrong. The only thing that's bad about it is that he's getting knocked around a little bit. No big deal, though. He will still be as harmless as a lamb. I have to imagine, like, lambs kind of resent that stereotype of them as being not vicious. Like, I'm pretty sure if you were grass, lambs are pretty vicious, right? Right now, there's a bunch of grass out there going gentle as a lamb. More like as vicious as a lamb. Several of my stereotypically similar compadres out there are getting munched up by this lamular menace. Lamular doesn't really work as well as I thought it would. Alright, bomb fly. I would like you to be gone. Shoe bomb fly, more like. And there we go. Hey, we actually found a secret room as well, and this would be awesome if I was able to get a reroll pedestal out of this. I would trade, like, half of my health for just a little bit more damage. I would trade, like, 6 spirit hearts for Max's head at this point. You're dead. You will soon follow. And our secret room contains merely money. I almost hit the reroll button as well there. Thank God I didn't. That would have been an absolute waste. You know what I could use now? In like, Isaac first world problem sense? It would be really nice to get, like... Well, okay, pyro ideally, I guess. But it would be really nice to get more bombs. And that's a good start right there. But these bombs may end up making a pretty nice difference on the Blue Baby fight. And the Isaac fight, for that matter. But we're not thinking about that yet, because we still need to get through the Blue Baby fight. And I have no idea how much health I have. This is a run that obviously is not going to be possible to undertake once Rebirth comes out, but so be it. We have reached a curse room, much to my surprise, and I really thought that was going to be the boss room area. But we are coming close to the end of this run, so it had to happen at some point. That's got to be like our last major dead end, at least. These guys are so fucking annoying. You could just leave, but I wanted to see if maybe Relic or Miter would lead to a Spirit Heart drop there. So there's another bomb. Not too concerned at all about the Widow here. It's probably like my ideal room to fight here. Beyond those rooms that are just like a treasure chest and a fly, which are gimmies, obviously. Rooms with like the Widow are my favorite because they're just they're pretty easy. They oftentimes are champions, which means they have a guaranteed consumable payout. And beyond that, they're fun fights because they keep you on your toes, but there's a very low chance of you taking damage. So, it really makes you feel like you got a powerful run at your disposal. So 1 bomb for the Tinted Rock, where we get 2 Spirit Hearts. Fair trade. Spirit Hearts probably still more valuable than bombs on a 1-to-1 rate. Even though I just complained about not having bombs and said I had way too many Spirit Hearts. That can change pretty quickly. Having health and everything, not having it is. It's Kanye, the binding of Kanye Wyzik. We got a dime there? Well, I shouldn't have even picked up that last cent. I was already at the magic number, but cool. Fistula will go down in basically no time flat. We fight Isaac. It's a thankless fight. We don't get any value out of it, but or we don't get any items out of it, at least. Yeah, sometimes you can get a consumable from fighting Isaac, but I would like it to be done regardless. So, we have to get it done regardless. I have an orbital, I have a suite of orbitals, which is beautiful, which is why I'm standing pretty close here. I don't think if I stand further away, it's going to make dodging any more likely. And by standing close, I guarantee that Attack Fly does a little bit of damage. Enough to make a measurable difference, probably. Yes, I will take a lot of damage over the course of this fight. So be it. This is why we banked it from earlier. And if we can save all of these bombs for the Blue Baby fight, that would probably make my life slightest bit easier. What I could do is just move in and out based on the revolution of the Attack Fly, but I don't think it matters. See, we got hit a ton there, and we didn't even see our health. So I think we're pretty good to go. 10 bombs, Kamikaze, Demon Baby. Demon Baby might be a good pickup, but I also value it as another reroll pedestal. So what we're going to do is swap out both of these. And then the passive items, I know I said we could use some bombs, but that's not what I meant to do. I know the passive item. Oh, there we go. That's what I was hoping for. Polyphemus. Everything else we'll keep for rerolls. Polyphemus seems to show up an awful lot on our chest lately. I accidentally accidentally did that. Pretty fly again. Accidentally used blood rights there if you didn't notice. So that was absolutely my bad. Probably not going to end up being a major deal though, because it came from our red hearts and not our spirit hearts. Could make a difference. Our rate of fire is still really good considering we have quad shot and Polyphemus. Would really like to see how much damage we would do with our flies. I guess our damage with our flies would be less than it was last time because last time we didn't have quad shot, and quad shot actually lowers the damage per individual shot, I think. Anyway, so far so good. We are going to get a reroll available after this room, and I'm pretty sure that the chest is basically surmounted here, and that's pretty good. Let's come back here, and we got 3 more rerolls available. Mom's Bra is actually pretty solid. Poison Touch could be good for us, but again, I'm kind of just going for like late game not joke items, but items that make me like hilariously powerful, if that makes sense. So, does Poison Touch make me hilariously powerful? No, but it is good. But I'm not gonna pick it up. If you were like on the edge of success, Poison Touch might make a difference. But for me, I would rather risk it in the hopes of picking up something a little funnier, or a little crazier at least. So, bombs. You please eat that. What? Okay. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Mostly, the value in hitting them with the bombs is twofold. The damage, I thought maybe both of them would get hit. The damage that they take from the bomb is nice, but also it keeps them in place long enough to actually hit them with like a quad shot. Normally, I wouldn't waste so many bombs, but fuck, I'm so annoyed with these, like, these enemies that you can only hit one side of. And are you seeing how little damage I'm doing to them as well? Okay, that guy died pretty quickly, but still. We have 3 more rerolls available back here. Again, Mom's Bra would be very valuable for the final boss fight, but there we go. This is pretty much what I was looking for. All stats upgrade plus Mom's Knife is going to turn the rest of this into a joke. As if it wasn't already, but still. Yes, as you can see, our damage is pretty solid. Let's continue wrecking the fools here. And if people are mad at this point that I took Mom's Knife, I don't know what to tell you. This was over already. Yum Heart is meaningless. Actually, you know, it actually isn't meaningless because the reroll pedestal is actually as valuable as the reroll pedestals in the base room here, because there's only 1 chest left on each of them, so we might as well just reroll this one for now. Shoop de Whoop is obviously terrible. And this run is over. But again, yeah, if you're gonna... I understand being anal about Mom... Even if I disagree, I understand being anal about Mom's Knife showing up early on in a run. You'd be like, oh, well, it ruins the rest of the run. We had like 2 minutes left here, and it was gonna be a win. No questions asked. And it's not like I had any special tier effects, really, except Quad Shot, Lump of Coal, which you see all the time. Death card is... Oh, okay, well, I took the death card here thinking, like, okay, I'll use this and clear out this room before the boss. Obviously, it doesn't really work out that way when you have double Monstro 2s who have a little bit more HP. Might as well, sure, we'll pick up Abel because we're not going to be effing around here too much longer. We don't need the homing shots anymore, but we might as well go to 1 more room just so we can get 1 more reroll. And of course, it's Monstro 2s again. And we should be able to kill both of them. Sure. Okay, and then we'll fight the boss and it's going to be over. And that's good. I mean, it's not good that it's over necessarily. I'm not saying, you know, fuck you guys. I'm glad to not be talking to you anymore. What I am saying is I'm glad this run ended up working out because there were times when it looked like maybe it wouldn't. So let's add another item to the pool of items that we've beaten the game with in our spacebar slot. Poop is obviously one of them, but Unicorn Horn as well. This is Unicorn Horn and the Magician. So we'll pop the Unicorn Horn right away, and between the Unicorn Horn and Mom's Knife, obviously, Blue Baby is having a rough time of things. We basically took out 80% of his health without even being possible to be touched, and that'll do it. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll do another non-Isaac run next, but I hope you enjoyed the run. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And subscribe if you want to see more Binding of Isaac. Again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.